Hello, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how we're getting our hot tub up and running again since last summer. Stay tuned and you'll see it from start to finish. Okay, we're keeping busy now as we've got lots of time on our hands, and we thought we'd get the hot tub going, wouldn't we, Bertie?
Yeah.
It's been sitting here since last summer and the sun's out, which is lovely considering what's going on around the world. And we've taken the Sellotex out of the pool and the lid off, and this one here is the filter pump, so that pumps around the water and cleans it. So I've taken that filter out here and given it a little hose down with the spray the Bertie's got. Come out nice and clean. So next I'm going to tie that back on. So next I'm going to put it back in and give that a clean. So what I'm going to do now is use this hose. Just give this a clean as well now. Just clean out the inside of it. And as the water inside the hot tub is being blown around and cleaned, we just let the tap open so all the crap comes out. Put that back in. And what Bertie's done is he's squirted some of this elbow grease in. And we've also got this mould and mildew blaster, so we're giving that a spray everywhere on the benches. We've got the bubbles going as well. Let's turn the bubbles off. Just for now, the remote's not working, so we've got to turn it off there. Got to sort it out. Now it's disturbed all the grease and all the dirt at the bottom. It should drain out now. So giving that a clean, I'll probably have to get in there as well, take my shoes off and give it a little sponge down just to get all the stubborn stuff off the sides. I don't know how it's going to come off. There is a little bit of grease still left here. See the yellowness. So giving that a go, giving it a clean up, and I'll show you how I fill it up using the old solar panels. And that is what is going to give us a nice baking hot tub for free. Isn't it, Bertie? Yeah. No electricity needed. So that's quite cool.
And then we're going to put this in.
Yeah, what can you say what that is? What are those? What's the chemicals? Chlorine.
Chlorine.
So we've washed that, and the chlorine's inside, otherwise you wouldn't be touching it. So that will go in and sit in the water, so clean, to keep the germs away. So we're just letting that water run through and clean the bottom. Like I said, I'm going to sponge it.
There's a little toy in there.
That'll get a little wash at the same time, won't it?
And if we want to clean.
Yeah. And like I said, we're letting that water drain down, so it's sort of like cycling through the clean water. Also gonna, once it fills up to a certain point, if you look down there, that little white little lid, that's where it sucks up the water from. So it needs to get up to that level to be able to push the water through all these pipes here. So once I've cleaned the tank, I'm gonna put that filter back in, tighten the lid up, fill the hot tub up to the lid, to the level of that down the bottom, and then turn the pump on and let the water pump around to clean that out too. Yeah, and also turn the heater on, get that water flowing through there, so that's old, because that's old water too. And then we will start filling. So yeah, keeping ourselves busy.
Then we will get inside it.
Yeah. We've got lots to do. We just bought a trampoline. That took about 6 weeks to make. Not really. It took a long time though, didn't it, Bertie? How long did it take?
Loads of days.
Loads of days.
Yeah.
And it's lovely out now.
And then we just jumped on it a minute ago.
We did. So now we have cleaned out the filter. You can see it's just circulating now. It's at the level where it's sucking it in from the bottom and cleaning it out the top. It's just recirculating all the water, and it's got all the cleaning cleaning stuff inside the water, all this elbow grease and that sort of stuff. Put the lid back on. Now I'm going to do the heater. So that's a 2.8 litre Best Way electric heater. I want to clean out all the pipes as well. So for now, I'm going to turn on the power supply, which is, you can hear it beeping now. You heard a beep.
And then when
So what?
And then when it's clean,
Yeah.
we'll go.
Let's turn this on.
It'll be very nice and warm.
No, yeah, exactly. So that power light has stayed on. It's not beeping, which means it's working. You need one of these filter pumps to circulate the water around the pump, around the heater, in order for this heater to work. Any electric heaters, it needs a pump, and this is a pump, a filter pump. So the pump is sucking in the water from the pool, going through, getting filtered, going into the machine, the heater, being heated, coming back out and back into the pool. So I'm going to let that circulate for 5 minutes to clean the inside of that heater and all the pipes. And in the meantime, we're just going to let this fill up and circulate. And I've jumped in there to scrub the bottom, and my feet nearly just turned to ice cubes. God, that was pain. I jumped straight back out, and then I just straddled across the 2 benches to get my hand in there and wash the underside of the benches and all that sort of stuff, and all the sides.
And then when it's nice and clean and it's warm,
Yeah.
I will go and get inside it.
Well, we need to clean it and then put the hot water in it. But we're not going to use the electric one at the moment. We're going to use the hot water that is in our tanks from the solar panels. And let me just run you by this little baby. This is the air blower that pushes the air all the way through those jets that you see at the bottom of the tub. There's the manifold that divides the air into 12, and they all run underneath the hot tub. And there you go, very simple. Yep, and that is the button that turn on and off, but at the moment it's not working because I haven't used it for a while, so I've got to solve that problem. Alright, so let's... Yeah, so we go. Yeah, that's a good point. We've got a little electric button. This is plugged into an electric plug, and then it's remote control by this, so we don't need to touch the plug when we're in the pool. Okay, so I've just turned this blower on just to disturb all that water again. One final little go before I just let it drain down. And there's 4 jets underneath that bench. 4 there and 4 there, so we're just going to let that all mull away and blow all the dirt off from the bottom. So I've cleaned it out. There's a little bit of dirt at the bottom still, which I will get with a sieve once it's filled up. So once I've got my bubbles going, that dirt will just float in the water. I'll just get my sieve and scoop it up, because the exit hole is a little bit higher than the surface of the base, so it's not going out. And you can see the way I've weighed down these benches now. Just some good granite blocks which I had left over from my driveway, and they're still doing a great job because the supports that were going from the sides all the way up came loose. So I've just weighed these 2 benches down, and I've connected up the hot water now. You can see it's plugged in. Okay, so I'm good to go now. You can see it's nice and hot, steaming up. It's hot enough. It's about 40 to be honest in there, but as soon as you get in, it'll drop a degree or 2. And nice and clean. And let's give it a little whirl. Right. I've got the Lego boat. Right, so we used it yesterday, had a little go in it, only got it up to sort of like 3/4 full, as you can see. It was nice and warm. It's about 35, you can see the steam coming out. Just taking the lid back off this morning. And like I said, I do most of my filling with the solar panels and didn't have enough to top it back up yesterday because it was getting dark. So what I've done is just attach the hose to the bottom again this morning, and that is just going all the way into my kitchen window, directly to my hot tap. At the moment the solar panel is probably kicking out about 3 kilowatts of electricity, which is ultimately going into my tank, the element on the tank, heating up the water in the cylinder, and I'm just taking that water to top up the hot tub. And that is literally how I fill it up. I don't use any hot water elements down here, don't use any heating elements down here. You know, these are quite expensive, so these solar panels really do the job and really do save you money in the long run, for me anyway. And that's just getting filled up from the bottom. It's the only way I really connect it up. I could fill it in, just put the hose in at the top, but it's just easier at the bottom because it clicks on. And let's have a look at the temperature. Right, that doesn't work very well. The batteries are a bit flat, but if I press it, there you go, we're at 35.9 degrees in there. So by the time that's filled to the top, you can see the line there. We're about 6 inches from the timber. That should be probably close to 40 degrees, at least 40, 42. That'd be nice. And at night, all I do is I put these 2 halves of Celotex, 50mm Celotex, directly on the water. And I've got this Celotex lid. That's the top, the underside is clean. But it really does the job, and all I lose overnight is 1 degree. I've done the test before, and just by having this Celotex lid and those 2 Celotex pieces on top of the water, all I lose is 1 degree. Now we're going to be jumping in that a bit later. Again, have a nice beer in there, some tunes going, have the lights on, and again keeping busy. We're doing a little bit of work in the workshop at the moment. Sean came in. It is the Monday where everyone's saying it's lockdown, but we're using hand soap and we're using the old, you know, we're doing everything to prevent the virus spreading, you know, all the hand gels and all that sort of stuff. And we're keeping apart from each other, so got a bit of work going on, not a lot. So we're just keeping busy. And yeah, once that's full to the top, I'll give you another little I'll give you a little example of it running. Right, so I'm gonna go in the hot tub now. If this is what self-isolation is all about, bring it on. Got loads of time on my hands, not working, beers, hot tub. Well, I can't really complain. And there we go, back to jumping. Oh. Boiling. There we go, that's alive. Nice tinny. And we're set. Right, let me know how your day's going, guys. Mine's going pretty good. See you soon.